Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Darkfell and it is Thunderbolt. This is a tier 8 game on Cliff. I'm going to back that map down a little bit. This is, as much as it's a tier 8 game, this is the tier 6 American premium tank. So he's got some armor on him and other stuff. But it's basically just a E8 with some extra armor slapped on the front of it. This is not generally prepped for a tier 8 game. Also note he's only running 14 prime rounds and 51 actual rounds, or normal AP rounds. This could be a bit hairy. Before we get in, anybody who knows my stunned expression at the start of the video, is because I truly expected this not to work. For the past week or so, when I've been trying to record the latest patch, this patch, they've all crashed. For the past week or so, you guys have been watching 9.20 replays because of that fact. So this morning when I tried this, I didn't expect it to go through, but it did. So that's awesome. That all being said, are we going to hit the shot against 64? It looks like 64 is going to stop and try and die. So we miss, of course. That's the way it happens, obviously. So before we get into the game, if you want to support the channel, one of the best ways you can do so is to hit that like button. It would be amazing. Also, share this with your friends and clan members. That would also be a big help. This tier 8 gun punches right through the front of the tank as if it was made of butter. Where did that shot land? I can't see where that shot landed, but no, right there, right through the front of the armor. Armor was angled and everything. On the move, shot against T-34 misses, so he stops more or less in the open. Maybe not the best place to stop. Doesn't get punished for it though, thankfully. E2 does eventually hit us, but we're down to just above half of our health, and now he's dueling with the tank that casually shot him earlier. Notice that he's got no backup except for this other tier 6 who is one shot from being dead. Thankfully manages to balance that round and tracks him. That was not what he wanted to do, especially not with the T-54 apparently. So without frame rounds he can't get through this guy, so he's actually tracked him up with his belly up in the air and firing prem rounds through the underside of this guy's tank. Switching back to AP rounds so you can retrack him, and then switching back to prem rounds so you can fire through the under... Oh, no, now he's just using regular prem rounds. The T-34 A5M is retracking this guy with every shot, and Darkfell is just continually pumping rounds through the undercarriage of this tank. Not even the lower glacis, it's the undercarriage. And every once in a while he goes back for that tracking shot. That is a beautiful shot. I meant to stop this before we got to this point though. I want to note that T-54 Mod 1 was a 3 mark. That poor guy had 3 marks on his barrel and is now just dead because you can't see them once. No, it's... Wait, can you? Oh, sorry, just 2 marks. My bad. Either way. That's a highly skilled player that they trapped in a really awesome position and then just tore him to shreds. And did 1,000 damage. 100 damage at a time. While continually retracking the poor guy to keep him pinned with his lower glacis up in the air and his underbelly showing. That was pretty awesome. It looks like he wants to drop on the IS, but he's first making sure the coast is clear. Make sure he's not going to get shot by anybody. Ooh, Comet maybe? No, not going to see the Comet. Does get a shot on the 64, but obviously the 64 rolls back before he gets anywhere near that shot. Because of how close we are in proximity to the IS, we are in constant... constantly being detected by the IS. He's looking for the lower glacier shots, and he is finding them Again, tier 8 targets he's shooting, and then bounces a Tiger P with pure luck. Because, for the most part, he was not in a position to be defensible. He was just kind of, well, the front of the tank was a bit up in the air. And I think that's actually what happened. He was actually over-angling and bounced the shot. IS isn't even looking at him. Now you can see the gun swing around. Oh, as he just goes ahead and takes out the FCM as if it's nothing at all. And then just hammers all these shots into that poor IS. Unfortunately not killing it. He is now going to look for the kill. Either on the SU-100Y or on the Tiger P. And unfortunately he's not going to get to a top gun even with both the kills. I mean, he doesn't get that kill. And now his entire team's moving in. So this game has been more about combat awareness than combat prowess or armor use. This is a heavily armored tank with a fast firing gun, but he almost never used the we're going to pause this right here because this is a great time to be talking about a Tiger P and where its weak spots are. From the front, if you're lower tier than it, there's this weak spot right here, and there's a couple of armor cheeks that if he's angling his whole tank, you can pop shots through those. If he's not angling the tank like he isn't really right now, then Lunar Glacis or this Scopola, don't bother with anything else. If you can hit that little strip above the gun, it's worth it only if you're in close proximity, and you might be able to punch around through there, but it's easier to hit the Cupola or the Lunar Glacis. So he is looking straight at that Cupola. I mean, you get the side of the turret, always shoot the side of the turret. You're more likely to ammo rack him that way. And this Tiger just apparently decided he didn't care. He was going to kill that Chiri no matter what he did. No matter whatever else that he was going to kill that Chiri. Which of course caused us to be able to shoot just through the side of his tank. As if he wasn't paying it, wasn't really there. So this thing has heavy frontal armor. And these plates on the side that say Thunderbolt are also heavy armor. Anything that doesn't have those plates on it, though, is really weakly armored. So there's a bunch of this tank that you can fire shots into without any real worry of hitting any of these plates. Wait, is there one? Is there a plate on the back? There is a plate on the back. I never noticed the plate on the back. I don't think it's a really heavy one, but yeah. And then, but you can see the frontal armor on it, right? The additional armor platings. As it's just been like basically just slammed onto the front of the tank, and then like plopped on the sides, and a little bit plopped around the turret just to give it that little bit of extra armor. It really slows the tank down, but the gun continues to sing because it's the same gun. It's a beautiful gun. And as you saw against that Mod 1, that poor guy. So it's a beautiful tank, and you don't see it out all that much. I've definitely never seen it perform in a Tier 8 game. And this was a great demonstration of the capabilities of this tank and its limitations. Thank you so much, Darkval. Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Nichols Medal. Destroying at least 4 enemy tanks or tank destroyers that are a tier higher than you. Yeah, I mean, that's 1 tier higher, 2 tiers higher than him. And all the damage he did to the T-54 first prototype. That is just unfortunate for the... yeah, that was a good game. I quite enjoyed watching him just take these guys apart and top in experience earned, and just barely not top in damage done. And that's because he's doing 100 damage a pop, for crying out, whereas this guy is doing a little bit more than that. This was a well played game, and it just goes to show that just because you're bottom tier doesn't mean you can't take advantage of enemies doing stupid and making mistakes. So Darkfell managed to catch the T-54 up with its belly in the air, tracked it in position, and then after he knew the enemy didn't have a repair kit anymore, because we just seen him pop it just a few seconds before on a different tracking shot, and so when he did that, we got him tracked up in the air, and between the two friendlies, we just kept him there and continued to wail away at him. This guy got 1,300 spotting damage. I wonder how much of that was for tracking the T-54 with his belly in the air, right? Well, either way, well played to everybody, and especially to Darkfell. Great job, sir. Wish you'd been running a premium account, because it would have been so much more awesome. But still, pretty good game, considering how much most of this repair cost. It's, of course, ammunition, because he just fired 41 rounds, including some premium. So, well done, sir. Thank you so much for saying this in. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This ioEther out.